Hey guys, what's going on? Listen. You know that I am the master of let's do a history lesson. I love to take a trip back just to show you that the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I sit up here a lot of times and I'm telling y'all, I haven't changed. I'm the same person as I was when I first came to YouTube. And it's not more or less about receipts or proving anything to you, but it's nice to just show you. And sometimes I will run across things, and I think it's sometimes things that you may not have seen or things that went past because I have so many videos that are actually out here. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to take a trip down memory lane, and we're going to see some of the changes that I actually went through. So the first step back I'm going to take is to November of 2015. November of 2015, I did a video. It was a story time. So it really is a story time. And let me go ahead and tell you now, at the time, I was right in the midst of my cancer situation. So I was right there in the midst of that in November of 2015. Nearing, you know, I was right in the midst of treatment. So I was actually at the hospital when I actually did this video. But I was keeping up with my channel and doing my thing still. And I did this story time on having my wisdom teeth removed and what that whole situation was about. So I'm going to go ahead and listen. We're going to take that trip on down story lane, honey. Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. I told you I was going to actually come in here and tell you guys the story of when I got my wisdom teeth pulled. Hot mess. It was funny because I think today, I too think is like the worst pain ever. It really, really is. And I was running around. I was in my early 20s. And I ended up having my wisdom teeth. If you don't know, your wisdom teeth are the four all the way in the back, two on the bottom, two on the top. And they serve basically no purpose. And when they decide to break through the gum, your gums, it is just excruciating. It is not fun. It's not a fun time at all. And literally, most of the time when you get them removed, you are in more pain having them and dealing with them than you are in, the surgery to remove them. So with mine, they decided to remove all four at one time. Everything started off really, really well. My mom had to come in with me and all of that stuff. And, it was supposed to be routine. They told her we'd be 30 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes. And I was going to be in twilight. I wasn't going to be completely asleep. I would be in twilight. Well, I found out during this situation, I don't numb very easily. I just don't. I don't numb very easily. Yeah. So the whole twilight thing, it worked for about 20 minutes. And then after that, I kind of could feel just about everything that was going on. Now, and I was pretty much because you probably, when you're in twilight, you're like really kind of out of it. No, I was laying there, child, and once they got in there, they figured out that not only were mine what they would call impacted, they were turned on their side. The ones on the bottom were turned on their sides. So instead of, because most of the time they come in kind of on an angle, they were literally going sideways up against the other teeth. That's why I was actually having so much pain. But they had to literally remove a little slice of bone to actually get it. It was a mess. But all I know is after
about 2.5 hours, my mom, actually, I could hear her. She come in and she's like, what the hell's going on? I need to know what's going on. And that kind of thing, because we were supposed to be done in like 45 minutes. So it just really ended up to be a whole big mess. And you would think that going through that thing that I would be afraid of dentists, but I'm not. I'm recording.
Oh.
That's fine. I'm getting vitals done too. Yeah, so I didn't get I never got a fear of dentists or anything like that. I continued on. Now, even after I got the wisdom teeth pulled, it wasn't that easy. I have to shut up, huh?
Can I just take a quick tip?
Yep.
Thank you, dear. Okay, continue.
Okay. So I've never got to where I was afraid of the dentist. That was not a thing at all. I continued on doing what I need. Well, what the heck kind of numbers are those?
Better go down.
Yeah. So everything was fine. I went home and I found out later, instead I was supposed to have an antibiotic and I was supposed to have a pain pill. I actually had 2 pain pills. And my grandmother kind of noticed because she said, why is this child sleeping like this? Because I'm not a sleeper like that. And we figured it out. My aunt had come by and figured it out. She's like, that's 2 pain pills. There's no antibiotic there. So it got to be a whole big mess. I was literally off of work for about 2.5 months. And I was a hairdresser. Thank you. I was a hairdresser, so we know what kind of money that I didn't make in that time. So it was really kind of a horrible little situation, but I walked away from it and I was never afraid of the dentist. Then I found out later on, when I went to have a filling done years later, when they go to do the little shot to numb you, again, I don't numb very well or very easy. So when I go get Novocaine for anything dental, it makes my ears ring. So it's just me and the dentist is always some type of issue, but yeah, but I'm not afraid of the dentist. I pretty much know it's going to be a struggle going in, and it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, that wisdom teeth thing, and then plenty of people say, "Oh, I ate pizza the day that I got my wisdom teeth pulled." Not me. It didn't happen. I lost weight, and it was a mess. It was a mess. Really a mess. I remember leaving the hospital and going to the bank. I wanted to go to the bank and get some money for whatever, but I wanted to get this money out of the bank. And I remember standing in the line, and they pack your jaw or whatever with gauze. And I remember standing in the line and then blood just gushing from my mouth and being so embarrassed because it had actually the gauze had filled up that quickly just for the time of going to the hospital to be standing in line at the bank. And my mom was all upset because she was already pissed off. It's like, the hell. It was a mess. It was a mess. But again, you would think that I'd be afraid of the dentist, but I'm not. It is what it is. And me and Novocaine don't get along. And that whole little Twilight thing, I pretty much always kind of know what's going on. And I'm like just sitting there looking. And they'll say, you couldn't possibly remember. I'm like, no, honey, I remember it all. Even when I got my PICC line put in, they do Twilight as opposed to knocking you completely out. And I remember the whole procedure of them putting the line through my vein. I feel, it's not you feel like the pain, because the pain is kind of numbed out, but I could feel it moving and it was interesting. And they're like, you shouldn't even remember. Hey, it is what it is. This old raggedy body works for some things and not for others. You think if it was that tough, I wouldn't have cancer, right? Whatever. But yeah, so that's basically it. Nothing real big. But I was talking about it in my my fear tag video, and I said I would tell you guys a story about me getting the damn wisdom teeth pulled. And that's what happened. I got the wisdom teeth pulled. It was a whole goddamn mess. I lost weight, was the only silver lining in the cloud. I was pretty sharp a little bit after that, but that wasn't the way that I chose to lose weight. But I did lose weight, and I did look fabulous for a while, quite a while. It was really hell across the land. After that, because I just continued on, doing what I needed to do, dancing and everything. And I was pretty much around the time that I was the smallest that I've ever actually been. Yeah, I was like somewhere in between 170 and 180. It was, it was problems. Problems. Yes, God, honey. But anyway, that's another video for another time that I might not even decide to share. Child, when I was, bye. I'm going to leave that alone. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how that works. Nonstop November. This is video number 10. So I am caught up on my Nonstop November videos. And again, like I said, I was transitioning out of being home and being here and whatever. I'm not making an excuse. I fell behind. I'm caught back up. Let's get it. We still got, 2/3 of the month to go. So I'll try to stay up on all of this. And no, I'm having a good time. I'm actually having a good time with Nonstop November. I haven't run out of things to talk about. I got all kind of crap to talk about. So, all right, guys. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.
So naturally, you could actually see that I actually was going through chemotherapy at the time. I was there at the hospital. You see, there was a nurse that actually came in and was doing vitals and all that stuff. Child used to do that like multiple times throughout the day. They just didn't take blood. They take blood every day too. And then mess around and say, you need a blood transfusion. You're like, if you would leave what's in there, there wouldn't be an issue. I had to have blood transfusions twice throughout that time period. But again, I never did understand that. My mother used to fuss. My mother was having a fit. Fuck, you need a goddamn blood transfusion. And they ain't here every time I'm up in here. They taking goddamn blood. And if that was the case, then leave the motherfucking blood. I was like, girl, calm down, child. Calm down. But it is the truth. Like, you keep taking blood for a child. Anyway, it was what it was. But you could see, like, my skin and the shape that my skin was in. It was bad. It was bad. I was like, oh, child, this was given. I didn't have that going on when I was a teenager. I never had like blemishes and all that. And like my skin is, for all intents and purposes, smooth. It didn't, I didn't have any of that. And naturally, you have no hair growth, no eyebrows, not much now, but no eyebrows, no hair. And all that, all that good stuff that comes along with cancer and chemo, child. But yeah, my skin, you can see how dark my skin had actually gotten because you basically, chemo, child, be cooking you up, honey. My hands, you can see that my hands have actually, let's see what a difference a day makes. 24 little hours. But yeah, that was one thing that I hated. I couldn't stand it that the palms of my hands were actually darker than what I am like naturally all over. But yeah, the palms of my hands turned totally dark. My fingernails turned dark. This is just some of the stuff that you go through when you're going through chemo. Glasses, because I didn't wear my contacts at all. There was no contacts, neither the clear ones nor the colored ones. So I didn't do contacts at all for months and months and months. Yes, I was in glasses and all of that. So it's interesting, honey. Like I said, what a difference a day makes. But all in all, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I was still James, the same James, same old Spillitboy TV. Okay, so anyway, so let's take another little trip back. I ran into this video. This is crazy. This was literally a year, like almost a year from that time. This was in June. It was June 8th, actually, of 2016. And I did a video that I will do sometimes because I'll do that still. Sometimes I'll just click the camera on because something just passes my mind and I need to get it up and get it off and I'll just talk. And I used to do this a lot more back then than I do now, but I'll still do it now. Something get up on me, honey, I'll just go on and talk. But generally, I will hold off until like Kitchen Table Talk Live. But back then, I would just click it on and just start talking. But yeah, so again, child, check this out. And this is a video that I don't know, you may not have seen this, but this was, like I said, back June 8th of 2016. Take a look. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. You know what? I came in, and this is actually going to be a quick video. It's not going to be anything real long. I just wanted to talk to you guys because it's kind of, on one hand, it's kind of funny, but then on another, it's kind of sad, and it kind of sticks out like a character flaw. Kind of, I'm all over the place. Just listen to what I'm going to tell you. Okay, so earlier today, I'm on my way. I'm going to the lottery line. I'm gonna go put my lottery in. So I go and I'm riding and I stop at a red light and I see a child's, it's like a child size shoe, like maybe like the same size like maybe my 13-year-old. Well, it'll be 13 on 25th. But my son's shoe size in the middle of the street. And my mind automatically went to, oh my God, somebody got hit by a car. So where's the person? What happened? I'm literally sitting at the red light looking for skid marks in the street. I'm looking around for broken glass and all of this business. And then I had to pull myself and say, where are you getting that from? How is it that you are thinking the worst? Who said somebody got hit by a car? And I had to think. I always have made a joke about it, but it's like real, that I always made a joke that when someone gets hit by a car, they always seem to lose one shoe. So my mind kind of just like actually went right to the bad situation, that if there was a shoe in the middle of the street, that meant that somebody's ass had got tore down by a car. And I was like, what kind of shit is that? Just weird, strange. It's just a James Colwellism, I guess. But I got real tickled with myself because I was like, I literally was on this whole trip of trying to figure out how could I find out, did somebody really get hit by a car? Are they okay? Like, really, I was all in it. Crazy as a motherfucker. All in it. But that has just been my observation, that when people get hit by a car, that they always, for some reason, some strange reason, they always lose one shoe. And that's just something from when I grew up. Like, several times, as I was growing up, I remember different kids and adults. I've seen people get hit by a car, and every time they always, for some reason, they always lose one of their shoes. I don't know what the hell that's about. But anyway, no real big deal. It's just, I just came in because I don't know why my mind actually went directly to that bad. I don't know why my mind just went to that. It's like, that's horrible. I guess I'm going to have to work on that. Anyway, Just a James Caldwellism. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I had a little crazy moment earlier today, but still never found out whose goddamn shoe that was in the middle of the damn street. But anyway, all right, I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, bye guys. All right, so anyway, like I said, I really do enjoy actually taking these trips back. I live for a good history lesson. I do, and I think it is necessary. Sometimes it is nice to go back because, again, new people come through here on YouTube, and everybody has come in, and I've met a lot of you all at different times. So there's videos that you all just haven't seen. There's things about me that you just don't know about. There's things about me that you've heard people in the YouTube streets talk about who don't know what the hell they're talking about or have changed the story to suit their narrative. So that's what I do. That's what I give. I do two things down on YouTube that I don't ever change and will not ever change. Is I will give you history about me. If somebody's saying something sideways, I will definitely clean them up, honey. So those are two things. I'm going to clean you up and I'm going to bring you to history, honey. You know they don't like this type of teaching. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch y'all next time. Later.